Of course, we had to listen to Edelweiss for our first glimpse of the Alps. After 2 train rides, a red-eye, and a 3-hour drive to our hotel, we had finally made it. These beers were incredible. Day 1 was full of rain, so we took a quick 20-minute drive just over the border to Salzberg, Austria, the birthplace of Mozart. We visited the Salzberg Cathedral, followed by the Salzberg Museum, where we had the pleasure of walking on the creakiest floors on planet Earth. So after a quick bite to eat, we explored some catacombs that were built into a cliff, saw some great views of the historic district of Salzburg. Julia touched a bell she wasn't supposed to touch, and then we rounded out the day with a tour of Mozart's birth house. This was his kitchen. We had a great time in Salzburg, 10 out of 10. We took the ugly car back to the hotel where we were served some Pfifferling Cream Soup, which is a mushroom cream soup. They were in season. Honestly, the hotel restaurant was the best place we ate at the entire trip. Everything was locally sourced and obviously the beer was amazing. Alright, day 2, hiking in Konigssee. This is what we came for. I mean, this lake was unbelievable. We took a quick look at the trail map and decided to try to walk along the lake for as long as we could. The trail was a little treacherous. This is where the trail ends. Can't go any further. Julia's having a hard time over there. Look at that blue sky in the Alps. We eventually made our way to the real trails that led us up the mountain and through the woods until we got to this overlook that gave us a great view of the lake. And the sun came out too. After a few more hours exploring the trails, we ended up at the bottom of a ski resort, so we hopped on the gondola to see if we could get to the top. We're at the top of Mount... whatever that is. Berchtesgaden. That's the town.
It says Montefiore de Berchtesgaden.
Mount Berchtesgaden. Up in the Alps. It's pretty cold.
Cool though.
Yeah. And that's the lake we were just at the shore of a couple hours ago. Now we're all the way up here. After a quick gondola ride down and Julia's first taste of sunshine in a few days, we decided to walk into Konigssee, which is sort of a lakeside ski town. We warmed up with some goulash and of course had a little strudel for dessert before hitting the shops in Konigssee. Didn't end up buying those lederhosen. Here's a little taste of the German roads and countryside as we drive back to the hotel. We could just make out the Alps through the clouds from the pool. This is the last bite of the best meal I had on the trip. Veal schnitzel. Here's a quick tour of our Stolz Hotel Alpina in Konigssee, Germany. And now we're off to Munich.
All those closest to Albus, and I count myself one of that lucky number, agree that Ariana's death and Albus's feeling of personal responsibility for it, though of course he was guiltless, left their mark upon him.
I can only take so much Harry Potter before my eyelids start to droop, so we decided to pull off about halfway to Munich at this lake called Konigssee and go for a little pre-marathon run. We have 5 days to go till race day, and we just wanted to keep our legs loose. Had to test out the playground equipment as well. Fast forward a few hours, we've dumped the ugly car at the airport, checked into the shiggliest hotel in Munich, and by some miracle stumbled into what was the coolest cocktail bar either of us have ever been to. It held maybe 10 people and was tended by this man right here, who looked and acted like he would have made an excellent Bond villain. I've never seen a bartender use such care when making each drink. This was probably the best Manhattan I've ever had. So day 4 started out with a lovely breakfast outside until I got frustrated with a bee who wouldn't leave us alone and decided to try to kill it using my water bottle. Unfortunately, the bee was unharmed and became trapped in the air pocket under the bottle. The ensuing battle of wits lasted 10 minutes as the bee tried to crawl through one of several ridges in the bottom of the bottle. Finally, I was able to decapitate my enemy and resume our meal. From here, the day takes a much calmer tone. We're in Munich, just kind of passing the time, waiting to go to Berlin. Laura is scheduled to have her C-section at 4:30, and it is, oops,
Yeah, I was doing just
5:06. So any minute now we should be getting an update from Laura. And now a tour of our lovely Munich hotel room. Here we have the sleeping area with a gigantic mirror. Julia relaxing on the bed. Here we have closet, eating area, fridge. Moving on to the bathroom, we have a wonderful butterfly toilet seat. Enough of that place. We were eager to get to Berlin, and after a 4-hour train ride, we dropped our bags and took off to explore. We checked out some pieces of the Berlin Wall that were right outside our hotel, and made the obligatory stop at Checkpoint Charlie before hopping on the double-decker bus to a street food market. The place was mobbed, and there were several TV crews filming for a show, but we managed to pull off to the side to enjoy this incredible bowl of Monty and a few other dishes before calling it a night. Alright, day 6. We're getting pretty close to race day, so we started off with a light run with our friend Kaylee, who was also in town to run the marathon. Then we hit the expo to pick up our bibs, met back up with Kaylee to explore Berlin. This neighborhood reminded us of the East Village, and capped off the night with some doner kebab. It is Saturday, September 24th, the day before the marathon. Julia is out running somewhere, just doing a little shakeout run. I'm back at our hotel, And I just was gonna make myself some coffee, but I realized we have an emergency situation. The kettle is not turning on. But then I realized I haven't put the room card in the slot, which allows us to use the electricity. So now, hopefully, it's on. Crisis averted. Julia's coming back from her run now. Let's see if we can find her outside the window. Yeah. She's right through there. There she is. Just doing a little day before shakeout. A few miles in the park. Some other runners here too. That is the starting line. We'll run that way. Yeah, calm before the storm. How we doing? Got 16 hours till race time. Just killing time. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The big day. Of course, we started at 5 a.m. with some pre-race coffee to get things moving. And then we had to get to our corral in time to watch the elite runners start.
Still got an hour to go.
One night to be confused, one night to speed up truth. We had a promise made, 4 hands and then away. Both under influence, we had divine sense to know what to say. Mind is a razor blade to call for hands of above, to lean on. Would it be good enough for me now? One night of magic rush, the start a simple touch. One night to push and scream, and then relief. 10 days of perfect tunes, the colors red and blue. We had a promise made, we were in love. To call for hands of above, to lean on. Would it be good enough for me now? To call for hands of above, to lean on. Would it be good enough? And you knew the hand of the devil, and you kept us awake with wolf's teeth, sharing different heartbeats in one life. call for hand salad.